I am John Mason. I'm a county health inspector. I'm a registered environmental health specialist. I work in public health, and my job is mostly education. The idea is I'm a specialist in swimming pools. This is the pump room. This is a very big pump room. It's a little loud in here. This is a giant pump room. This is one of the few municipal pools in Deschutes County, so it has big pumps, big filters, and we can take a look in here and see how it all works. So if we look down into the pump pit here, we can see giant centrifugal pumps, and they are pulling water out of the gutters, out of the main drains, and they pump it up to these big blue filters over here. So these are tanks full of sand. There's under drain laterals at the bottom, so the water gets pushed through those bazillions of grains of sand, and that entraps the solids, right? So dirt, hair, lint, pollen, leaves, some oils in there, and the water gets captured at the bottom, sent to the heater and the chlorinator, and then back to the pool. This is the chemical control system for a big municipal pool. We call it an ORP, or oxidation reduction potential pool. This doesn't measure parts per million of chlorine. This measures the killing power of the chlorine. This is where all the hard work gets done, right? We rely on mechanical filtration to clean the water, and we rely on chemicals to do the sanitizing. This is a fairly straightforward set of filters. You can see on the pipes, they're labeled where they're going, what it's coming from, where it's going to. Smaller pump rooms tend to get a little crowded and can look like a bowl of spaghetti with pipes going everywhere. So some of these other photos that I supplied show kind of a disastrous pump room where the repair went a little crazy with pipe glue and fittings, and it looks like an octopus, and it's still actually running. And the other one is just a complicated pump room with about 5 vessels and all their filters and pumps, and it gets a little hard to figure out where the water's going and keep track of all that equipment. So let's do some checking of the actual water chemistry. We always check the chlorine first. That's a big component in protecting public health. The other important factor in pool sanitizing is making sure the pH of the water is correct. pH tells us the killing power of the chlorine. And so this is the only thing we want to color match. So you can see that our chlorine is nice, our pH is nice and low. Average body pH is 7.2, so that's what we try and have the pool water at, so that the bathers are nice and comfortable and we get good bang for the chlorine in the water. So one of the things I look at is the pool rules sign. And we want to make sure that all the required warnings are on there. And it's really important for people to follow these rules. It's for their safety and the protection of the public's health. One of the simplest things you can do as a swimmer is to take a shower before you get in the pool. Human body sheds about 10,000 skin cells per hour, and all of those skin cells get caught in the sand filter and slowly rot, along with all the cosmetics, the lotions, the deodorants. All of that goes into the water, and we have to add more chlorine to literally burn those out. So if you don't like chlorine in your water, or you want less chlorine in your water, the easiest and best thing you can do for yourself and others is to shower before you swim.